listen, with how tight-lipped Biden's campaign was in terms of like leaks coming out, guys, we didn't get really anything. I mean, we obviously all knew that there were issues, cognitively, guys. There were issues, but yet no one basically said anything. Everyone held the line. But now, when it comes to Kamala Harris's campaign, that's not the same thing, guys. I mean, there are people talking. But either way, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this video immediately. This is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is Leaks Are Coming Out of the Harris Campaign. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy. Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy joins us now.
Hey, watch it.
Good morning, and we're seeing now what happens when a candidate, in this case Kamala Harris, is not surrounded by a team of longtime loyalists, and that is leaks start to come out. This is something we almost never saw from candidate Biden or President Biden, but now there's an Axios item with the title, Inside the Tension in the Harris Frankenstein Team. And the problem appears to be that Obama-era operatives have been jammed into an office in Wilmington full of Biden people, and nobody knows who is really doing what. The story says, quote, the entanglement of these different entities has led to many people feeling a real lack of role clarity, and the source is one person involved in the campaign. One of the first Harris hires was Eric Holder, the Obama-era Attorney General, who wound up vetting running mates, and his good buddy Mark Elias, the lawyer, who got squeezed out of Wilmington by the Biden team last year, is back to help the team get ready for legal challenges in November. But until January, Joe Biden is still the president, and we just heard a few minutes ago he's got some big trips still coming up, including Peru and Brazil.
Guys, isn't it super interesting that as soon as he basically did not get the DNC nomination, he instantly kind of faded into the background, even though, yes, in fact, he is still the president of the United States of America. It's almost like he was irrelevant the whole time, guys. That's crazy.
It is likely that both President Biden and President Xi will be at APEC and the G20 later this year. I don't have any announcements to make on either President Biden's travel or a potential meeting, but the likelihood is they'll both be there, and if they are, it would only be natural for them to have the chance to sit down with one another.
We saw President Biden on the beach in Delaware for hours yesterday. There is very, very little going on here, and a very well-placed source who works inside told me that the general feeling among staff right now is one of senioritis. Back to you.
Senioritis, that's good. So, Peter, the story from Axios about Frankenstein, the Frankenstein team, because part of it is the Harris people, part of it is the Wilmington Joe campaign, part of it the White House people, and then you got the Obama people coming in. They don't know who's in charge. But just the fact that apparently Axios spoke to 6 people on the inside, this is new, because this means they are leaking, which the Biden team never did.
No, and President Biden was surrounded by people who have been with him for decades and decades. Vice President Harris doesn't have that except for her husband and her sister and her brother-in-law, as far as we know. She doesn't have a small, tight-knit circle of political advisors who have been with her the whole time, from Horizon, California, to Washington, to now the executive office building. And it was very frustrating in 2019 and 2020 trying to get anything out of these Biden people, because he treats a lot of his close staff like they are family. He had 2.
Right, and then of course they then feel guilty to even say, "Hey, listen, there are issues. The American public, guys. Hey, listen, there's an issue. We're not going to say anything though, because Uncle Joe type of thing, right? But guys, it's not that." If we have someone representing the United States of America who is not all there, guys, we have an issue. All right, and I think if you're privy to that information, you should be at the very least good enough to say something.
2 staffers living with him during COVID. It was just him and Jill and 2 staffers, and so you're never going to get anything out of those people. And if you go back and look, no leaks like this about the Biden campaign until the bitter end.
Only a laptop, but it's not real. So too bad.
Hey, Peter, real quick. So Joe was on the beach for hours. How many times did he apply sunscreen? Do we know? You got a poll report, right?
I don't know about the sunscreen, but we'll figure out if he's using the spray or if he's just putting it directly on, and we'll have that for you later.
I'm Steve Doocy.
Oh, so he was just hanging out on the beach. That's it. That's what he was doing. Listen, I am always going to say the same thing when it comes to this type of scenario. When you get to a certain age, bro, you made it, right? The last thing, me personally, I would want you to do is take the stress of the world onto your shoulders, right? Go sit on a beach, bro. It's fine, right? Absolutely. You are completely fine just hanging out on that beach. Live the rest of your life, bro. You made it to old age as a man, all right? Live your best life. Should you be running the nation? No, that's not a thing. That shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, that shouldn't be it. But all right, guys, listen. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day, and we will obviously be following all of the leaks that come out. Absolutely. I'll catch you guys later.
Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.